All right. Hey guys. So, that. Oops, did not mean to do that, dummy. Alright. How about the chat? That position. So, if you check this out from the beginning, I am not going to be on long, as I'm sure you can imagine. Not exactly at the top of my game here, but I did want to check in with you. Hey, Benny. So I want to let everybody know. According to the doctors, the surgical part of this whole fun went flawlessly. They removed all the nasty stuff. They rebuilt the interior of my nose as they were intending. But I get to wear this for a while, which is going to make Friday Night Jeopardy oh so much fun. But I want to let you guys know that, yes, I'm okay. I have, honestly, at this point, no intention on doing a live stream between now and Friday Night Jeopardy. Because, yeah, just not going to happen. So I apologize for that, but I'll need to rest. Hey, John, good to see you. And John. There are two Johns in the house. And John DeMarco says, so glad you're not dead. I appreciate it. What did you have the surgery for? Well, Jerry, it's in on my channel. You'll see a video about it, but they basically went into my sinus cavity. I had polyps growing in the sinus cavity, as well as the tissue that was in there, in large part due to the polyps, was infected. And so they removed all the infected tissue. They removed the polyps. And then they rebuilt my septum, which is the cartilage in the middle of your nose, because it was all messed up from all this stuff going on. And so that's basically what the surgery was for. There's still a few more things they want to do, including they haven't put the tube in my ear yet, so I'm assuming that's coming soon. And then the neurologist, I talked to them today. They want to do a procedure that it's funny because I always associated it with when women deliver their babies and they do the spinal block to prevent the pain from the lower regions when they're delivering their baby. But I was actually incorrect. The procedure they're doing is, yes, the name of one of the greatest bands of all time, a spinal tap. And so what a spinal tap actually is they're going to go in with a needle and extract some of your spinal fluid for testing. So that's going to be the next step from the neurological side. And not looking forward to that. I've had too many needles in my back for one lifetime as it is. I know what it feels like to have a needle going into your back, and it ain't a pleasant sensation. If you've never seen it, you can watch the MCU movie, The Incredible Hulk, and the look on Blonsky's face when they're injecting the super soldier serum into his back. That's what it feels like. It's the best way to describe it. Cartoon Man's had that done. Wow. Well, see, you and I have that in common then. So I don't know when they're going to do the spinal tap yet. They have to call and schedule it. When they do, I will definitely be listening to a lot of Spinal Tap that day. It's just, and he has had a Spinal Tap. Yeah, I might get one, and it hurts. Yeah, I am not looking forward to that. But if it gets us closer to a solid diagnosis of what's going on from the neurological side of things, I'll do whatever it takes because I'm done playing these games. So, and Guy from Red Bank's here. Good to see you, my friend. He says, hope you feel better soon. Well, so this garbage on my face, because when they actually do surgery where the incision is done inside of your nose, and it's not profusely bleeding, but it's slowly bleeding, and it will for a few days. And so A couple of things I get to do. One is I get to wear this lovely gauze on the front of my face. And I'll tell you, Aberjam, I seriously considered putting fake boobs on just for you. I just didn't have the energy for it. But I was actually going to do that and say, "Oh no, they screwed up the surgery," but I just couldn't. I couldn't go through with it. And anyway, so they do the incision inside your nose, so it prevents any scarring on your face. But your nose is basically going to be constantly irritated and bleeding until it heals up. And so this I get to wear at least until Monday. And the worst thing to me, I cannot lie down until Monday. Like, I literally am not allowed to lie flat on my back, which means that I'm going to have to sleep in this recliner in an upright position, which is going to be very difficult for me. And so continue to pray for me, those of you that are believers, because this is going to be a rough few days. But I'm going to know this room just a little too well by the end of it, because this recliner I ain't leaving it for, other than going to the bathroom and stuff, for several days. And John Meyer says, fake boobs is a council geek shtick. I don't know anything about council geeks, so I can't speak to that, John. And sorry, I know the auto system blocked it. One of the mods, you can go ahead and allow that comment if you don't mind. I don't have the energy to reach for the mouse right now, or I would do it myself. Anyway, so the surgery part of it went well, according to the doctor. And we just got home a little while ago, and I had the first thing I had to eat all day, which was some SpaghettiOs. But had to eat something, and as I haven't eaten since last night, because you have to be on a fast before the surgery. So I had that, and they gave me some oxycodone, but only a few days worth, because doctors are stingy with that stuff. So that will help with the pain part of it, and then some antibiotics to deal with the infection that they found, and get that out of my system as well. So that's basically where I'm at with everything. I wanted to fill you guys in. Thank you to all, and by the way, a big shout out to Life with Matthew. If you're not already, you should be subscribed to his channel. Again, one of the mods, if you don't mind, put a link for Matthew's channel in the chat, because seriously, he's a great guy. He is really a great guy, and I poke fun at him all the time, but he is a nerd to the core, and he helped me out through this to be my point of contact and to be Mrs. Antitrekker's point of contact during this little situation, so that if anything did happen, he would be able to get the word out there. But if you're not subscribed to Life with Matthew, please do. He's a great guy. And TOS says, good to see you, miss the Sunday morning stream. We're still doing the Sunday morning streams, TOS, just over on Twitch. And part of the reason for doing the Sunday morning streams on Twitch is because YouTube hates me when I talk about religion. So the Sunday morning streams still a thing on Twitch. It's just Michael J. Crawford on Twitch. Where is it? That logo, the Antitrekker logo, you'll find it on that Twitch page. And thank you, John DeMarco, for putting the link in. And by the way, John DeMarco is another one. Life with Matthew and John, every Tuesday, correct me if I'm wrong, John, at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, do a weekly review of Sequest, which is part of the reason that Life with Matthew won't do movie nights with Matthew with me every week, because he already does that with John every week. And since Matthew is a jerk, he won't help out two guys at the same time. He'll only hang out with John every week, and with me, I get the scraps. But that being said, Matthew is a truly great guy, and I love him to death. And thank you, Matthew, if you see this, for being there for us. I do truly appreciate it. And John throws in a 99 cents poop. Thank you so much, John. I do appreciate it. All that will be going to the doctor's bills, which I don't even, it's funny. I don't even know how much the surgery costs yet. They were supposed to call me like a couple of days ago and tell me how much the surgery was going to cost. They never did. So I have no idea how much they just spent of my future money tried to fix my nose. And we're still trying to figure out what's wrong with my brain. So yeah, that's where we're at. And let's see. Tuesday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so it's 9:30. I thought it was 9 for some reason. I know Matthew likes to start streams a little later because he has little kids and he wants to make sure they're in bed. I totally respect that. I give him a hard time about it, but I totally do respect it because, you got to give your family priority. And Matthew does so uncompromisingly, and I do truly think that's an awesome trait of Matthew. I'm actually thinking about moving the movie night with Matthew back a half an hour just to help him out there, to move it to 9, because I know he always struggles to get there on time. Oh, wait, Michael, did you get the Star Trek? Oh, actually, thanks for reminding me of that guy from Red Bank. I didn't see it the last time I went. Do you have like a tracking number or something? Because if that's what you sent me to my P.O. box, I didn't see it arrive. So if you have some kind of tracking info on it, let me know. And thank you, Aberjam. Aberjam put the link to my Twitch channel in there. I know it's a pain in the butt that some people don't like Twitch, but it's a more friendly environment when you talk about certain things. And Darren Wagner says you had surgery on your upper lip. Yeah, I did the Henry Cavill job. They digitally removed my mustache. I don't know. It's and Guy from Redbank said, yes, I'll give you my USPS. Yeah, especially if it came through the post office. Because if it came through UPS or something, the P.O. boxes can be a little wonky. But yeah, do me a favor, Guy from Red Bank. If you can, I don't know if you have my Twitter, or actually go to Twitch and you can DM it to me through Twitch. I wish YouTube used to have DMs, but they took it away because YouTube hates independent content creators. But you can DM me on Twitch. If you do that, send me the info and I'll try to find out what's going on from USPS. And Darren said you had a mustache. That was a joke, Darren. Joke, funny story, a story with a humorous climax or whatever. And Guy from Redbank says, Twitch, I'll do that. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Thomas is in the house, says, hello. Hey, Thomas. Yeah, not doing anything super fun on this live stream, just kind of letting people know that I am indeed still alive. Yeah, it's I feel like crap, but that's to be expected right now. They warned me that I was going to feel like this. But I didn't have any negative reactions to the anesthesia or anything like that. The surgery went well. And it is, man, it's so weird because this is my 5th time having surgery. So I was trying to be, because the last few times I was like, wow, when do you actually fall asleep? Because I don't remember falling asleep. I just, remember them saying something like count backwards and then you're in the recovery room. So when they took me into the operating room and they were putting the mask on me to breathe the anesthesia, I was talking to the lady about the anesthesia and I was focusing very, very intently, as best as I could in my current state. I was focusing on when am I going to feel drowsy? When am I going to start to nod off? Because I really wanted to get a sensation of how it works. And so I'm focusing and concentrating, and then I'm in the recovery room. There's like zero passage of time. There's zero sensation of falling asleep. You're just in that room, and then you're in the recovery room waking up. And it's just so bizarre. It's like time just stopped during that period. And so it's a very, very odd feeling. The surgery itself, CV, was about an hour and a half actually under the knife, according to the doctor. Now, I didn't ask Mrs. Antitrekker yet as far as how long it actually was, but it was about an hour and a half under the knife, and then I was unconscious for about an hour after that before the anesthesia started to wear off. So all in all, I was unconscious for somewhere in the neighborhood of about 2.5 to 3 hours. Then we had to pick up my prescriptions, and Mrs. Anchecker. We also picked up something for dinner for tomorrow because Mrs. Anchecker doesn't want to have to do a lot of work cooking. She wants to just focus on taking care of me because she's awesome. And and then we got home. I ate some SpaghettiOs, and here I am. That's my day in a nutshell. I wonder what the other guy looks like, says Darren. He looks like a doctor, wearing the whole thing, the scrubs, the mask, the whole nine. It's funny because he came in and talked to me before the surgery. I never saw him in the OR because I was talking to the nurses, and then I'm in the recovery room. And so, are you the real Antichecker or a doppelganger? And don't give him ideas. One is bad enough. Ooh, yeah, it might be an interesting experiment here. You look like Shortshanks after the surgery. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Okay, same thing happened to me when tonsils were removed. Felt like only seconds had passed. Yeah, it literally feels like no time at all, and then all of a sudden, Todd says, so you missed the UFO landing at the White House. Apparently, I did. And Mike Richards, I'm sorry, Mike, I saw you said that before. Best wishes from Columbus, Ohio. Thank you, my friend. You guys are awesome, and I do want to give a big thank you to all of you for your thoughts, for your prayers, and your well wishes, and even those that would have been able to support me and Mrs. Antichecker through this. I truly, truly appreciate each and every one of you. I wish I was a better YouTuber for you. Unfortunately, I suck at YouTube, apparently. And Eastland says, short-term memory forms, then may be converted to long-term memory, but not if a drug or an injury or something else interferes with transcribing short-term, long-term temporary storage computer. I'm not sure exactly how it works as far as the anesthesia. I do know that they describe it as basically putting you in. It's as close to dead as you can be and not be dead, is when you're under a general anesthesia. And John says, congrats on being alive. Now, when are you getting back at ... You know what? Honestly, John, that's why as much as I'm hating the idea of the procedure, I don't know if you heard me earlier, but the next step for the brain lesion issue that I've been dealing with is they're going to do a full-on spinal tap where they remove some of the spinal fluid and study it. And I'm hoping that we can find a treatment for that, because the reason I haven't been able to continue on things like the Borg series and stuff like that is, and I didn't know this at the time, I was just like, why am I struggling so hard to get these done? I had no idea. Well, it's because of this brain problem that I have, and if it can be treated, then I can get back to being a somewhat competent YouTuber, I hope. And that's my plan. That's my goal. Because I do want to get back to creating stuff for YouTube. I think it's a lot of fun. The problem is that I just haven't been able to focus. Secret powers now due to secret implants. I hope so. That'd be awesome. Alex says, hope you get better. Thank you. Thomas says, when can you take that bandage off? Well, I've already changed it a few times, but permanently it will not come off until probably Monday, is what they're telling me. So I'm going to have to deal with it. Like when we do Jeopardy on Friday night, I'm probably going to be wearing this. I was thinking, man, if I had some money and the ability to do it, I would love to get like an Alex Trebek mustache to put over this, because I think that would just be fun. Aberjam says, spinal taps are excruciating. I don't envy you on that. I've heard that, Aberjam, and I'm not looking forward to it, but whatever it takes, man, whatever it takes. I'll just ask all of you, especially those of you that are believers, to keep me in your thoughts and prayers, because, and I'm sorry to get all religious here for a second, but I got to say it. Romans tells us, or I think it's Romans, that with God all things are possible. A very misunderstood verse of the Bible. It does not mean that God's going to give me a new Mercedes-Benz and $1 million lottery winner. What it means is you can endure anything with God's help. And so I pray that you would pray for me. I pray that God will grant me that endurance, because I'm going to need it. I am a complete and utter wuss when it comes to pain, and I am not looking forward to that procedure. And I don't even know when it's going to be. That's the worst part right now. And Alex says, what's your favorite doctor-centric episode of Trek? Ooh, tough one. But I'm actually going to go off the rails here with this one. I can't remember the episode name. Somebody help me out, but it's the one where Dr. Bashir is recruited by Section 31 to undermine a Romulan plot. That one. I like that episode. Average says 1 Corinthians 10:13, God doesn't give us more than we can handle. And that's an interesting one, too, that's a lot of the time misunderstood. It doesn't mean that you're going to come out on the other side good. Because eventually, something's going to kill you. But that God will always give you the opportunity to get through whatever he puts you in without sinning. And that's a difficult thing to do in some cases. But yeah, that's something that I'm going to be dealing with. I think you meant Matthew 19:26. You might, guy from my brain is still a little scrambled from the anesthesia. I think I was thinking of Romans because my Bible study that I do on Wednesdays and our church is going through the book of Romans right now. So I have Romans on the brain a lot. Bird Pray 5 is in the house. Kapla, Bird. Hope you are feeling better. And in fact, Bird, how are you feeling? I don't want to just... and thank you so much, Hermes.
Hermes $1. Get the brain slug. They make you more productive.
Oh, Hermes. I would love to get a brain slug right now because then I would forget about the pain and all that. That sounds great. But thank you for the $1, Hermes. I truly appreciate it. And the brain slugs are benevolent. The brain slugs are fine. So you're right, Alex. Sloan was a great reoccurring villain. Bird says, good to see you up. Thank you, Bird. But no, seriously, how are you doing, my friend? I know, pneumonia is no joke. So give me a quick 10-second report on how you're feeling. Average says, well, as Christians, even death isn't more than we can handle. The victory is already won. That is very true. But I think that a lot of people, that's where things like the prosperity gospel and stuff comes from, is people think when they look at that verse that it means that God's going to give you a new car or God's going to pay your bills or whatever. That's not always the case. But it does mean that we will endure to the end. And it's tough sometimes. Geeks Enjoy IT. Is that LDG? Do you have yet another name on your... because that sounds like an LDG kind of name. So, plus, it's a wrench, so I know someone to change your name. Auntie Derek, good to see you streaming so soon. Hope you're feeling better. Thank you. I assume LDG. Honestly, this is not going to be a long stream. I'm going to wrap it up in just a few minutes. I just wanted to make sure that I gave you guys the report that you knew that I was doing okay because, when you got a friend who's going through something, you want to know. And I'm not going to, try to bury the lead. So yes, I'm fine from the surgery. I still have procedures to do. The spinal tap sounds horrible, but if it gets me some answers, it's worth it. If it doesn't give me some answers, I'm going to be really pissed. Darth Ball says, any naked lore visions coming out of sedation? Fortunately, no. But Mrs. Anti-Checker was right there, so I had a wonderful vision of beauty when I woke up. Thomas says, have to go to work. All right, Thomas, you have a good one, my friend. And I know, LD, that you have multiple channels, but this one's already got a wrench, so figured it's a channel that you change names on. Bird says, better yesterday than today, having some complications, but hang on. All right, Bird. You know what? I know that you're not a Christian, Bird, but you are in my thoughts and prayers. I hope that you get better soon. You are truly an inspiration for me and many others, so I truly hope that you get better very, very soon. Stanley says, we're just watching night before surgery video. That's funny. Yeah, so... Our dad says, always take Corinthians 10:13 as meaning God will make us ready on whatever is coming. Yeah, I get that. Did they find anything of value in your sinuses? They found lots and lots of Koroganite, apparently. It's worthless in Turkestan, but yeah. No, honestly, they removed the polyps. They did find actually an infection that they didn't see in the CT scan. They removed all of that and rebuilt the septum and stuff, so... I'll be able to breathe better once the healing process kicks in. So hopefully this will be ultimately a positive in the long term. Josh says, there's a game that's out of this world you might like to play. Bird of Prey 5 would truly love to play. Chair Simulator. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Let's take a look at the link here. So it's a chair simulator. So you just go shopping for chairs. It's a free game. Seriously? That's the game? Okay. We're going to try chair simulator. Well, down. Let's see. I love it. So I'll tell you what, Josh. If I have some energy, because here's the thing. Since I'm going to be stuck in this chair, after when it's bedtime, Mrs. Antichecker is going to be in the nice comfy bed. I'm going to be in here. If I wake up or I can't sleep, I will do a chair simulator stream. I don't know, on YouTube or on Twitch, whatever. But but we'll do a chair simulator stream. Guy from Red Bank says, hope everything gets better. Thank you. Matt Logan says, glad to see you're doing okay. Thank you, Matt. Bert says, thank you. I may be a Christian. I always used to pray before I flew on a plane. That doesn't make you a Christian. That just makes you a coward. No, I'm just kidding. But let's see. I figured they'd find gold in there. Yeah, they found lots of gold. Keep fighting the good fight. Thank you, Miss Anthroponi. I truly appreciate it. And, Miss Anthro, you and I haven't talked in a while, but, if you're not already, that's another channel you should definitely check out, because Miss Anthroponi is good people's. So check out that channel. Bird of Prey 5 now, you know how passengers feel when you're the pilot, and they're laughing. Alex says, chair simulators sounds like one of Meatwad's games. Yeah, it looks horrible too. And Chris throws in a couple of bucks. Thank you, Chris. I do appreciate it. Like I said, I don't know what the bills are going to add up to yet, but every little bit helps, because it's probably going to be an expensive proposition by the time all is done. Once I actually know the final tally on all this stuff, I may do like a running tally to try and do a fundraiser. Matthew and I are considering doing and I know Matthew will hate doing it, but because he's such a great guy, he'd probably be willing to do it with me, we'll do a marathon live stream like we do with movie night, but we're going to watch all of the Fast and Furious films. Matthew's never seen any of them. So that I think would be fun, because they are truly bad, cheesy movies, but they're fun to watch, actually. I think they are. Cinnamon says, hello, how you doing? John DeMarco says, I'll keep praying for you. Thank you so much, John. I do truly appreciate it. And again, I know, if Matthew can't do movie night with me every week because he's hanging with you, I'm cool with it, because you're a good guy. If he was hanging out with Bird of Prey 5, I might have issues. But hanging out with you, I'm okay with it. I'm okay losing to a good guy like you. Fast and Furious are my guilty pleasure. Oh, yeah, I've seen all of them, and they are so bad, but they are entertaining to watch. And Super Coops, thank you so much, puts 10 pounds, I think it is. Says, greens for the UK and Czech. Glad to see you're okay. I hope you have a speedy recovery. Here's a little something to help with the bills. Can't pray for you. I'm not a believer, but wish you well. Hey, you know what, Super Coops? I truly appreciate that, man, and that's okay. I get it. I don't. If you're not a believer, I wouldn't ask you to pray for me anyway. But I will still pray for you, my friend. But but I'll tell you, you know what? And by the way, something about that super chat. Let me tell you this, because I'm going to use this as a little bit of a springboard just to pontificate for just a minute. And that is that a lot of people think. And they're mistaken on this. They think that prayer is like asking God to fix our problems for us, right? That, okay, God, I'm dealing with this situation. Please fix it for me. And that's how a lot of people pray, right? They genuinely think, okay, God, you know what? Will you just pay my mortgage, or give me a new car, or whatever it may be, whatever you're struggling with. God, please just fix it for me. That is not what prayer is supposed to. And the same thing when you're praying for others. God, please just fix that problem for them. Right? Now, what prayer is supposed to be, and Christ does set an example for this, is prayer is a time to align yourself with God. And so what that means is that you should be praying for, God, what action should I take? Is there an action I should take? and that could mean, let me tell you, in a situation like you have a friend, let's say you have a friend that's in a situation like mine, right? They had surgery, they have mounting bills, they're dealing with all this. Now, for some people, depending on your situation, that might mean, hey, should I give this person a donation or help them out or pay a bill or whatever? That's sometimes what you should do. Sometimes it's just, hey, offer them well wishes. And continue not just to pray for their soul, for their attitudes on things that they would do, but also for other people. Hey, Lord, if there's someone out there that should be helping him, please nudge them in that direction. And that's how we should be praying. We shouldn't be praying for God to just be Santa Claus, because that's not how it works. We should be praying for us to align our actions with God, and for God to encourage others to align their actions with him as well. But that's just me. That's my philosophy on prayer. I'm not going to do a big old thing on prayer right now because this is not a religious stream. Valor says, didn't get the notification. Thank goodness Viv told me. I'm sure you answered already. I apologize. How are you holding up? I'm uncomfortable. I'm not going to lie. But I'm feeling good as far as the surgery went well. They're going to be doing some more procedures that I'm not looking forward to, but will hopefully give me some recovery from the brain issues. But the surgery did go well. It's going to take a week or two before I can really tell you how it affected me. And Alex says, Dear Editor, have you considered riffing The Room? I have, but the problem is that Matthew's already seen it. And I like watching movies that Matthew's never seen. But maybe we will one of these days. That would be a good one for a fundraiser. And those who do not pray can send well wishes and good vibes. That is indeed true. Captain Trek is in the house. Good to see you, my friend. How to use your CPAP machine after the surgery? That's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but I am supposed to still try. I am supposed to try to use it, but hopefully by tonight, the sinuses will be cleared a little bit. Oh, by the way, funny, true story. And thank you, Ace of Spades. I think you put $15 in. Thank you, man. I can't thank you enough. You don't have to, but I truly appreciate when you do. But let me tell you, because you guys, Aberjam, you're going to love this, all right? So, Bird of Prey, hope you're taking notes, because here's some new thing you can make fun of me for. I have a nose douche. I literally have a nose douche. It is an actual thing that you use to clear out the gunk in your nose after surgery like this. It is, in fact, called a nose douche or a nasal douche. So guess what? I get to douche every day, multiple times while I'm recovering. So there you go. And you can now call me a douche head. I am 100% a douche head. So enjoy. And let's see. So Speedy with the $15 says, "Hey, Trigger, good to see you, my man. I know all too well sinuses suck. Prayers for a speedy recovery. Thank you again, Ace. I truly, truly appreciate it. That's all I can say is thank you." Ethan says, "I said it before, but I typed slow. That's okay, man. Let me see. God gives humans free will, and therefore God cannot just manipulate us like objects. We're trying to align ourselves with divine purposes and plan when praying." You are 100% right, Eastlian, and that's exactly my philosophy on prayer. We should not be praying for God to take action. We should be praying to God for information on what action we are to take. But yes. Wesley's in the house, says, "Greetings, how are you? I am hanging on, my friend, and doing my very, very best to continue on." Alex says, "Good doggy." Oh, hey, Anti-Tracker, good doggy. Yes, as you can see, Auntie is sleeping diligently. And make Data laugh for old time's sake. I will, Wesley, I will. So hold on just a second. I fortunately do have the control within reach. So let me see. Which one was that? I believe... I know it's I Am Lore, but I'm trying to find, is it this one? Let me see. Well, we're going to try it.
Salutations.
Sir, we are being hailed. On screen. What is your problem?
I am Lore.
Do you need help?
I have a YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Lore Reloaded.
Let me guess, their rubber band broke, right?
I make YouTube go.
Sir, we're
That's the one. There we go. Hey guys. And so yeah, and yay, super chats. Yes, I miss those. Nose douche sounds like a dwarf sex movie. That's wrong. And Averjab's never going to stop calling me a douche. I know. So there you go. I'm giving you some free ammunition to use against me. And Bird is saying hi to Auntie. Yeah, Auntie's sleeping. She's not going to hear anything. If I douche, I'd use peroxide for my bunghole. Oh, and what do you use? They actually give you a saline solution when you're doing a nasal douche because, yeah, you don't want to, squirt vinegar up your nose. I'm sure. Oh, man. And Alex, if you want to put peroxide in your bunghole, you go right ahead. I will not be joining you on that little adventure. All right. So I'm going to wrap it up there. Again, thank you to Wesley, to Ace of Spades, to Super Cops, to Chris. I truly appreciate it. And, of course, to who was that that donated first off? Now I can't see it on my feed. It was... Come on. It's not going to show me, is it? Dang it, you stupid thing. Oh, wait. 15 minutes. Dang, now I can't find it. There's that. There's Chris. Hermes. That's right, Hermes. So thank you to Hermes, whoever you are out there. I truly, truly appreciate it. And Eric throws in a buck as well. Thank you, my friend. I hate asking for super chats because you know me. I don't like doing that. But as you guys know, medical bill. I will tell you, and I'm sorry. Where to pray? You may want to cover your ears for a minute. It's situations like this that make me think that sometimes we need to listen to what the liberals say politically. Because while I don't agree with necessarily their solutions, we do need to do something about the cost of healthcare in this country. Because it is ridiculously expensive to get sick. And that is stupid. Anyway, so I am going to wrap it up there. Thank you again, Arabic, with that. So take care of yourselves, guys. If keep an eye out. I might do a late night stream if I can't sleep tonight, and we'll play Chair Simulator because, yeah, that sounds horrible. So take care, guys. And of course, yes, boobs, because can't have Aberjam on without boobs. That's a thing.